God bless. I'm coming from Hebrews chapter 10, verses 33 through 39. In part in being attacked by angry words and cruel acts before the eyes of everyone, in part in being united with those who were attacked in this way. For ye had pity on those who were in prison and had joy in the loss of your property and the knowledge that you still had a better property and one which you would keep forever. So do not give up your hope, which would be greatly rewarded. For having done what was right in God's eyes, you have need of waiting before his word was in effect before you. In a very little time, he who is coming will come. He will not be slow. But the upright man will be living by his faith, and if he goes back by souls, will have no pleasure in him. But we are not of those who go back to destruction, but of those who have faith even to the salvation of the soul. Okay, so let's go back to 33. In part in being attacked by angry words and cruel acts before the eyes of everyone, in part in being united with those who were attacked in this way. So many a times as Christians or chosen one, you will be attacked. You will be called out of your name. You will have cruel words that are said. But withstand, still keep your guard up and withstand and, still continually to praise Jesus, okay? Because you're unbreakable. It doesn't matter what the enemy does, you're unbreakable. That's why God set you apart. 34. If you had pity on those who were in prison and had joy in the loss of your property and the knowledge that you still had a better property and one which you would keep forever. Okay. See, some people, they like where you were before, okay? But now that you've changed, some people may want the old you to still be there. But God has renewed that person so much, she doesn't live there anymore, okay? So, and that being said, you got to keep on doing what you're doing because God is going to take you much further. When people are behind, they're behind you for a reason. 35. So do not give up your hope, which will be greatly rewarded. Even sometimes you may feel like hope is gone or I'm not getting through to, some of the people or whatever. Continue doing the work that the Lord has set for you to do. Even when you feel like, oh, is it working or am I getting through to them or whatever, you still will be greatly rewarded because of the work that you have put in for his people. 36. For having done what was right in God's eyes, you have need of waiting before his word has effect for you. So always do what's right in God's eye. If you know that God is giving you a message to give to his people, it doesn't matter what other people say. You're doing the work of the Lord. And in God's eye, he sees what you're doing. Okay? And wait before his word has effect. So make sure when you're bringing forth his word, make sure you meditate on it before bringing forth it, so it can have the full effect for the understanding of the people that are unbelievers. 37. In a very little time, he who is coming will come. He will not be slow. Okay. So when you're really ready to give it your all to God, okay, He will not be slow, okay? He will be continually reading His Word, meditating in prayer, okay? He will not be slow to what needs to be done. 38. But the upright man will be living by his faith, and if he goes back, my soul will have no pleasure in him. So if God has already changed you, renewed your mind, given you the strength to not be bound to what hurt you, what may have destroyed you or whatever like that, and you go back to it, then He will have no pleasure for you anymore. No pleasure to continue into His purpose. No pleasure into doing the journey that He has set for you to do, or to even stand in your purpose. Okay? Because you have to live righteous in the eyes of God. 39. But we are not of those who go back to destruction, but of those who have faith even to the salvation of the soul. Okay? So once you have changed for God, you never go back to destruction. You never go back to your sin. You never go back to doing the things that you used to do, because that's why you made the change in your life. So be steadfast in His word and never give up. God bless.